Yo YouTube family, we are live from Phuket, Thailand. I hope I said that right, Phuket. I don't even want to say what I used to say before I heard from a Thai person how to pronounce the area that I'm in right now. It's not wise for me to say how I used to say it on YouTube, but it's funny because Thailand has a lot of, words that can mean another thing. And if you understand, you understand. If you get it, you get it. That's a story for another day. But so I'm live in Phuket. This is K Souls, and I'm gonna take you through my time in Phuket because, boy, it's been amazing. This place, yeah. Like paradise, let me put it that way. But yeah, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for all the info, all the vibes. If you haven't been there and you want to know about it, this is the place to be. I don't know if you can see it, but behind me is my deluxe pool access. That's the type of hotel I'm staying in, so I get direct access to the pool, which is really cool. It's really fun. You can go in the pool anytime. This trip started in Heathrow Airport. Went to Heathrow, got on a flight, and before you get to Phuket, you have to change at Bangkok. So we did a transfer that was a 2-hour window to go from Bangkok, check in again, and then go to the Phuket flight. And when we got to Bangkok now, unfortunately, the baggage took an hour and a half. When you're reclaiming your baggage, you're waiting for that escalator thing to bring your suitcase. That took an hour and a half, meaning we had half an hour to check in and catch our flight. Obviously, we didn't make it. So they sent us to different departments, different airlines, till we finally came back to the airline we flew with Thai Airways, by the way, and managed to convince them to get us on the next flight because obviously it wasn't our fault, it was due to baggage. So yeah, we managed to get another flight, thank God. And yeah, we made it to Phuket. Wow. So as soon as we got to Phuket, the hustle started. So obviously you got the people that are doing transfers, you got the mini cabs, the taxi firms, all coming at you at once, trying to get you to go with them. So from my knowledge, my research, I heard it was better to use an app rather than get into a meter taxi. So what I did a bit of a comparison. I got onto Bolt because I've got Bolt on my phone, and it just automatically went into Thailand mode, but still gave me the English language, and it was easy to understand. I just put in the hotel and everything, and it was just very simple. And from the airport to our hotel, I think it was we got 3 different prices. We got 770 baht. Then another one came up to 800. Obviously there was a surge going on. And then I was indecisive because if you get a Bolt drivers are not actually allowed to come into the airport, but they kind of stop at the end of a street. So because obviously we were new to Thailand, we've never been here before, I don't know what street the Bolt comes on. I can't even read the map properly because it's not in English, So we decided, okay, let's go and actually check what prices they're giving us. And they were quoting prices from 1,200 to 1,300. So I came to the conclusion that it's a whole 500 baht less, even with surge pricing, 500 baht less, and I could just call it from my phone. So I went back on the app. The price dropped down to like 700 baht. Obviously that was a no-brainer, so we ordered that one and he came. But this is the problem, we walked to the street because when we told people that we was like the people around, the guards and stuff, when we told them that we was waiting for a boat, they told us to go to the other street to wait. So we walked over there to wait. But then the boat driver called and he was like, he's here, he's by the terminal. And I was confused because apparently he's not allowed to stop there. So anyway, it's hard. I advise when you travel or whatever, try and learn a bit of whatever country you're going to, try and learn their language a little bit or the basic stuff, because when I was on the phone to the boat driver now, we couldn't communicate properly. He was just saying terminal 3 and some other stuff. I was just like, are you there? Are you outside? I was confused because people told me they can't stop there. Anyway, we went back to the terminal after walking with our luggage, tired AF. And met him. He probably saw me talking on the phone because he kind of waved me down. Got into his car and we was now ready to come to our hotel. And we stayed at the Nature Phuket. Very nice hotel. It's like a mini rainforest, but there's all apartments around or rooms. And yes, I got the deluxe pool access. It's right now how I'm filming is not really doing it justice, but you can see in some of these clips now how beautiful this place is. Very spacious and big bed. It's a queen size bed. I'm looking at it right now. Beautiful views, the swimming pool, and yeah, satisfied. Now, obviously, first time in Phuket, we've landed about, what time was it? It was like 7:30. Yeah, I was with a couple. To be honest, I was willing to do this trip solo. I've been talking about Thailand for a while now, and I was willing to go solo, but pull it in a group chat that I'm part of. I said, look, this is what I'm doing. If anyone's on it, I'm on it. And two of the guys came through and said, yeah, they wanted to come. So we're here. We got here, and obviously I'm with a couple guys, so I'm thinking, well, we kind of planned that first night we're gonna hit the strip. So yeah, we went straight down to the infamous Bangala Road, yeah, Patong Beach. But basically we're staying on Patong. The Nature Phuket is on Patong Beach, but yeah, we decided first day go straight to the beach, go straight to the strip. Sorry, Bangala Road. My days. I remember I said earlier the hustle started. When we went through Patong Beach, the strip, the main strip in Phuket, it was like nothing I've seen before. Straight away you're seeing women just standing there, what they call freelancers. There's so many people trying to sell you stuff. Like you can go to like BB guns shooting ranges or proper ones, live shows, go-go bars, ping pong shows, come and drink at my bar. We was not ready. We weren't ready. Anyway, came through, took a right. We was hungry. We decided to eat something. Went straight into the street market, the first one you see on Bangala Road, and I'm seeing all different types of foods, different seafood, live and direct. Everyone hustling you, trying to get you to eat. So we walked through, and two things stopped us. One, there was there's so many places to eat, but I don't know why we chose this one. Maybe because we was overwhelmed and we're just hungry and we wanted to party and have fun, so we just decided to go with the one we saw. And right next to that was a place called Weed Burger. So for those that don't know, cannabis is now legal in Thailand. It's giving Amsterdam vibes, but in paradise, in a tropical place like Phuket. But yeah, so it was amazing. Like, and I've heard that obviously levels vary and stuff, and it's not the full THC you're getting. And I must say, having tried it out, it seems a little bit different. Like, there's some flavors that I've never smelled before, but it does the job. It's pretty good. It's pretty chilled, and yeah. So anyway, we stopped off. We ordered food. First dish. Listen, in this place, I have eaten rice upon rice upon rice, and it's so good. But yeah, so first thing was to order the food. I ordered some fried rice, and I got like some next mixed fruit drink. They had fruit juices here. You haven't tasted fruit juice until you've come here. It's very natural, they're generous with their amount. Like, these are the pros about eating and drinking in Thailand. It's cheap, generous amounts, and very organic. Yeah, can't go wrong. Do you know what I mean? And so we ordered, and then went to the store, got some bud. And the maddest thing is, it's like real king service. They even bill it up for you, and it's not like you just buy. You can buy joints, but they actually, if you buy like a gram, 2 gram, whatever it is, they actually roll it for you. Split it how you want to split. The guy told us he'll roll it for us. Just go to our table and eat, and gave us the first one to have while we eat. At this moment, I was like, this place is amazing. Like, we're just here. I was taking it all in at this point. Anyway, so we done that. Then we went to party. But first, have a little look around. We walked through the strip. Now, if you are going down the rabbit hole like I did before going to Thailand, of looking at all these strip videos, of seeing what happens, it's real. Ladies will be calling you, freelancers are calling you, some will even come to you, drag you, all of these things. And I remember watching a guy's video, and he said that you have to be very strong-willed and basically have a strong mind to walk through without getting tempted, like, because they're hustlers, they don't stop. We walked through the strip. I dodged many bullets basically, and then got to the end, decided to come back. Now we thought, okay, we've seen everything, let's stop into a bar. So we stopped into one lady's bar, and we started drinking. We happened to meet some, a few of them were American, and I think there was one girl that was from Thailand. But yeah, we met with them, made friends. People are very friendly. If you come to Thailand, you're gonna make friends, guaranteed. If you're out and about drinking, having fun, you're probably gonna make friends. Anyway, they told us about Sugar. It's like a hip hop club on Bangalore Road. They said that tomorrow will be a good night, the next day. So we said, yeah, we can meet up there. Anyway, they challenged us to a drinking game, a weird game, but it kind of broke the ice, made us feel a bit comfortable and everything. And it's this thing where, I think it's called a tree bark. You know, what holds the trees together? Please excuse me sometimes. My brain forgets these things that you learn in primary school. But you know, not the root of the tree, but it's just the tree bark. It's not the branch, but what attaches itself to the branch. Maybe I need to Google it. Anyway, whatever that is, they had half of that, and they put nails at the tip around the whole tree bark, and you hammer. Basically, the aim of the game is you get a group of people, and everyone gets 1 hit or 2 hits maybe, and whoever can get the nail in the deepest wins. I think the last person has to buy everyone shots. Anyway, we played that. I was so bad at that, like, it was kind of embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at me, big strong guy, and I'm just missing. But it's not as easy as it looks, that's the truth. So we played that broke a bit of ice. More people came around, and yeah, and it was quite fun. It was a bit different. It was a nice game that I've never done before. So we did that. And one thing to be careful of is when you go to a bar, what I've noticed, this is the key, the bar manager will send girls. to your table, right? And the moment you have said hello and you have entertained, you are in trouble. Hey, you have now added to your bill, because what they have is something called a lady drink, which is its own price. So you obviously, if you're drinking, some Thai ladies come and talk to you. These are usually, they all work together, or they even work at the bar. So the moment you entertain them, they're gonna ask for a drink. And the thing is, I know this is gonna sound simpish, but it's like the girls will be there so friendly with you, talking everything, and then when one of them, or maybe the manager, might mention, oh, lady drink, they'll give you puppy dog eyes and beg for that drink, basically. And then you're on holiday, it was our first day, you're thinking, whatever, have a drink. I mean, you get them a drink, and then that's the hustle. And I found that was a regular occurrence, and I think that night we went to about 2 bars, and I think that was a regular occurrence across the bars. We went to 2 bars, and it happened in both bars. So obviously you can be raw and say no, but it's easier said than done, especially if you're catching a vibe, you're excited, you're on holiday, you've come to spend. It's kind of a trick they use, and but it was a good night. It was a good eye-opener to see what this town is really about, or this island. New day in a new island, new city, and decided that I needed to get a few things. Like I wanted to get more shorts because I underestimated the heat. When we first came out of the airport, it felt like Dubai weather, but we also found out that there will be rain and thunderstorm, which we was gutted about. But the heat solved everything, because when I came out of the airport and felt that heat, I thought, okay, we'll be all right. It's cool. It's still heat, you know. So anyway, I decided I needed to get some shorts because I didn't prepare for the heat that much. And obviously, I'm coming to a hot tropical country, but I didn't expect the level of heat that I felt. Anyway, so we went to the area of Bangalore Road because there's a load of shops, there's markets, there's a shopping center and everything. We went there. I also felt like I should get a Thai phone, which went completely wrong, but thank God for my friend's hotspot. I've survived this trip. But I went to one lady to buy a cheap Android phone. I don't even know what make this is, but I just wanted a phone that I could use to book boat. Obviously, I've got my normal phone, but I could only use that when there's Wi-Fi. So I wanted one that I could use anywhere for data in case I get lost, for Google Maps, for booking boat, and and WhatsApp, so family and people can still contact me. But I got bumped. First of all, I couldn't even download apps, so I went back to the lady. She tried to fix it, and then she finally fixed it. But then my WhatsApps weren't going through. Either I've done something wrong, or I got bumped, and this is a shit phone. I don't know the name of it, so it is what it is, But bought that, and then decided to go for a massage. Everyone knows Thai massages are dope, and you're not going to get away coming to Thailand without getting a massage. Obviously, you can say no, but there's also women outside each massage parlor ready to give massages, So went for a massage, and then went back to the hotel. now that we've experienced it, we was ready to actually go and not be newbies, basically. So we decided to go out. But the only thing is, I remember having a little nap, then waking up and just looking out the window here, and it was pouring with rain. I'm just seeing raindrops going down in the swimming pool. Raindrops. So we wasn't too sure, but you know, after a bit of negotiating, we decided that we're gonna go out. We're in Thailand, so what if it's raining? The hotel provides umbrellas. Let's do this. So yeah, we decided to book a boat. We booked the boat, came, you know how they do. Also, I've noticed here the boat drivers will accept the jobs, but they don't necessarily have the same car that's on the boat app. And I don't know if they're legit or not. Obviously, I'm used to London where that everyone's regulated by TfL, so everything, all your information has to match and it has to make sense. Imagine getting to an Uber or a boat and the license number doesn't match. Don't ask why we still took that risk, but I'm here now, you know, and I paid the exact fare that Bolt said, so that's how they do it here. Anyway, the driver goes, "Oh, you're going Bangla Road." And he said, "Big problem for me." And I was like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" And then he was like, he said something about flooding. I did not know what he was on about. But anyway, so now, as he's driving closer to Bangla Road, it seems like he was panicking. Also, I must say that I don't know if they accept card payments, but everything's done through cash, even though it's through Bolt. So it's like you book it, Bolt will provide the price, and then that's the final price. So when you drop them, that's the price you're paying. So obviously we had a price to go to our destination, but he said he couldn't go there because all roads leading to Bangla Road were flooded. And I'm not talking about flooded like, oh, there's a lot of water on the road. Literally, there was a river on the road. Yeah, I've never seen this in my life. Yeah, there was a river on the road. People were driving through and the water was overtaking tires. A quick scene cut, you're seeing a whole new picture, a whole new background. Yeah, I was having too much fun in Phuket and I didn't get all the filming I wanted done on the trip. So I had to wait till I got back to the normal base and film here. So don't worry, I'm still taking you through the trip. I've got everything on footage. So where was I? I was talking about the flood. Now, it was crazy. When we got to, okay, we didn't quite get to Bangla Road, which was the destination. We got close, I would say like 10 minutes. But the driver was scared. And now I understood. Before I didn't understand when he was saying it. But when I saw the the flood levels, I was like, okay, you know what? Let's not be too harsh. We can get out of the car. But first we needed to confirm and look on our maps how far it was, and we tried to get as close as possible, but I felt sorry for the driver, and also I knew we could walk the rest. In fact, at this point, I didn't know what we was doing, because it's like we get out and end up in this flood on foot, or we suffer with the driver, because the driver would still have to go back into the flood to get out. But I think he got as close as possible without being in too much danger. So now that I think about it, maybe we could have just called off the whole night and said, look, take us back, because back towards our hotel, the roads weren't that bad. It was raining, but it wasn't flooded. It's like as you lead up to the main part of Phuket, Bangla Road, the strip, the central part, that's when it was peak, which is weird. So for some reason we just got out of the car. We didn't know what to do, but then we decided that so the place he wanted to let us off there was actually a restaurant and we hadn't eaten. And even though there was a flood, the restaurant was still open. But it was so weird because the restaurant was like on a platform. It was on a platform and there was water seeping over the platform into the restaurant. So there were just people sitting there still eating, like really unbothered. So this must be normal here. That's what I was thinking. This must be normal. Also, there were people outside rolling up their trousers if they had trousers, but obviously because it's a warm country, a lot of people are in shorts, walking through the flood, holding their shoes and walking through the flood. You know, so it seemed like a normal thing. So the driver did tell us that the floods usually last for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, as long as it stops raining. So luckily it did stop raining. So we decided, let's test this out. Let's eat in a restaurant. Yeah. If it gets worse, we need to find a way to get back home, back to the hotel. If it gets better, then we can proceed with the plan to go out that night. So we just sat at the restaurant, went through the menu, and I remember ordering a feast. Like we just enjoyed. We just ordered so many different things off the menu. Everyone got like a different dish. I got like a nice mashed potato, some real heartwarming food, like mashed potato. Is heartwarming the right say? It's heartwarming the right saying? I would say just like, you know, like some that's it, comfort food. So I got like some mashed potatoes, veg, some salmon. We had garlic bread on the table. There was chips on the table. I think my friends, or one of them got right. All I remember, and you might see it across the footage, there was just a lot of food. And we just chilled, enjoyed. And then, while we was eating, I was watching the scenery and I was seeing like bikes, mopeds, cars, people just going through the flood. It was crazy. But then the longer we chilled, the longer we stayed in the restaurant, we started to notice the water was going down. So by the time we had finished, the water had reached a normal level that I'm used to seeing, like, you know, when the floor is just wet. Because in London, sometimes we can get like levels of water, but it's always like on the side of the roads or in the corners. So let's just say those kind of levels, yeah, that your feet may get wet if you step into it, but you'll still avoid it with your trainers, if that makes sense. If you're wearing trainers, is what I'm basically saying is, if you're wearing trainers, you can probably step in it and not get your leg wet, but you could also ruin your trainers, if you know what I mean. So it was at that kind of level, and then we decided to actually just take our socks, our shoes off, and walk through it. And we decided to still go out because we saw people heading towards Bangla Road, walking casually. So we thought, who the hell are we? If people can do it, why can't we? If this is what it is in this country, let's do it. So that's what we did. We walked, had a little walk. It was quite fun, a new experience. We walked through, and then we got to Bangla Road, and then, like I said from the previous night, the people we met from America, they invited us to a place called Sugar. And Sugar's like a big club in Phuket on Bangla Road. It's like a big hip hop club that a lot of people go to. So we went in there. It's free. You just roll in, and it was a vibe. They were playing like the typical cliche hip hop songs, but vibe. Big club. People just dancing, having fun. I feel like we was just vibing for like 10 minutes, and then we saw the Americans, and they were with some Thai girls that I believe were promoters. I'll explain a bit more about that later. And they were like, yeah. And then they came up to us and was excited to see us. They didn't even want to stay in Sugar. They were like, come roll with us. We're going somewhere else. We went to another place. I think, don't quote me, because by this time, you know when you're just in a vibe and you're just going with the flow, you don't really pay attention to the names of places and stuff. So we went to another club that's kind of opposite Sugar, but I'll say more towards the left, but opposite. I think it's called Illusions. I think it is. So we went there briefly. So because we couldn't book a table, we couldn't get a table in Illusions. So the Thai girls with the Americans recommended another place, but we would need to travel there. It wasn't on the strip. So we all went outside, walked through the strip, and what I did notice is that the Thai girls that were with the Americans knew all the freelancers. They were like greeting each other and talking. So the one of them, like I said previously, she acted, I think, from what I remember, she told us that she's not from Thailand. She's just here now or lives there temporarily. I can't remember, but it started to look like she is from Thailand, and she looked Thai, but she had like kind of a different look, but she looked Thai. She was very westernized, but Thai, I would say. And she knew the freelancers, so I started to think, who is this person? Like, who is this? This is the one that I'm saying that I believe is a promoter, or you know, is part of the whole business infrastructure of Thailand and tourists in some way. That makes sense. So anyway, we all got into a tuk-tuk. A tuk-tuk, for those that don't know, is like a mini open air bus. It's like a public mini truck that's open air that can probably fit about 6 people in it maybe, but they come round like taxis, so that's how a lot of people get around in Thailand. So we got into one of them and cruised down the roads in Phuket. This is a direction we've never seen or never been, so we're just there, vibes in, playing music, like the tuk-tuks. You know what the tuk-tuks are like? They're like, if you've ever been to like central London and you see those guys that ride those bikes and they've got like a seating area for tourists at the back. It's giving that kind of vibe, but an actual mini truck offering the same type of vibe. So you know how they usually have their speakers and they blast music? Well, this tuk-tuk let us connect our music, well, the girls' music, and was playing some loud music, vibing in a tuk-tuk. And then we got to like what looked like some nice apartments. I don't know whether they were apartments or whether it was like a hotel. Let's just run with apartments. So we get to like a big block of apartments, like nice luxury apartments, and then got out the tuk-tuk now and went inside. And in these apartments, they were like, well, we went to one like rooftop kind of bar, which was more of a chill out thing, wasn't really vibes. And then downstairs they had this like nightclub. This place was had a bit of class to it. It's like a table service kind of thing, and it was a nice vibe. Now they pitched it to us as Afro beats, like they play Afro beats. This is what these girls are saying and all of that. And you know, obviously Afro beats is popping right now. We were into Afro beats, so that kind of drawed us in. But it was a lot of remixes that they were playing, and like poppy Afro beats, if that makes sense. Not like the guys we're familiar with, like the real Nigerian, Ghanaian, I'm a piano, you know, the real vibes we're familiar with. But they played a couple of them kind of songs from those regions, but it wasn't really giving Afro beats. But it was still like, there was hip hop, R&B, it was still a vibe. Now this is why I think the girl was probably a promoter, because when we got there, she made out like she's patterning everything for us. Like, you know, we didn't ask for a table, but we happened to be brought to a table. And then obviously, you know what happens with tables. You just have to commit to buying bottles of drink, which was cool. We're on holiday, we didn't mind, but it kind of just happened without us agreeing or telling her what we wanted. She just got the table. I mean, they gave us a party. Like, she had other girls with us. She brought other girls, and there was girls with us. We had the Americans, and we all were on this table. We had some bottles, some drink. But yeah. But what I would say is it was cool because the tables out there are cheap. And to be honest, if you want to have a good time, it's better to have a table, you know, bottles. It just saves you constantly going to the bar. And I don't know, I just feel like you have a better time when you have a table and you've just got a seating area, so it's not like you have to be standing up holding your drink, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a vibe, and it's always good to be shown the more underground kind of nightlife in these places rather than the typical tourist places. So yeah, and you know, you can really vibe in Thailand because in some of these clubs you can smoke in it, drink, you can do anything you want. Like, it's just freedom. Do you know what I mean? It's just vibes upon vibes. So we did that. That was a good night. We had fun. So it was the next day now, and it was more of a humble one. I went for a quick swim, you know, just opened the back door and jumped in the swimming pool. After that, chilled out for a bit, wanted to grab some lunch. So besides the hotel, there was like a street food kind of family owned restaurant place. I don't know if I described that well, but it was just like an open air restaurant outdoors. They seemed like a family. And in that little compound, there's like a tour guide, a drink kind of hut, a food hut, and I think that's it. I think like 2 or 3 food huts. So we just went there. We ate some good food. Again, you know, food is very cheap in Thailand. We just started to order loads of different stuff and shared it amongst ourselves because it's dirt cheap. We want to try different things and it just makes sense, you know? So yeah, that food was good. So we found out quite late on the trip that there was a rooftop bar in our resort. So obviously we didn't look around properly. So we decided that, you know, we should just go up there, see what it's like, you know, have a couple cocktails. So yeah, that's what we did. And it was a wonderful view. Like, the rooftop was very nice, but no one was there. There was like maybe 1 or 2 other couples. I said other, like as if we were couples, so just 3 of us, but man them. But there was other 2 couples and it was pretty empty. So it's like, I don't know, people didn't know about it like us or didn't care for it. But it was nice, like for pre-drinks and just to get a high view of Phuket, you know. So we did that. That was quite cool. So on the last night of Phuket, we kind of repeated things. We went to the street market on Bangla Road, and we actually met like a group of people that were from London originally, but migrated or were doing studies in Malaysia, and they were just on a holiday break. So they were quite cool. We kind of chilled with them, went to a couple bars. See, that's what I'm saying. In these type of places, you just meet people and then there's new vibes. You know, you all roll with each other and, you know, bounce ideas of what to do, and you're always gonna find a vibe. So that's what we did. But one thing that was quite funny is we went to the street market with them, and then we dared my friend to eat a scorpion. Yeah, and he did it. He ate it. First try he spat out, but second try he ate it, and yeah, that was quite interesting. We decided to end that night by going back to that club in the apartments, the underground one. Ended up getting another table. Don't ask me why, but these things happen when you're just having fun. You're just vibing. We got another table, and I just remember getting hammered off Patron. We're just drinking Patron all night. It was crazy, and that was quite a lit night. Yeah, I can't remember every detail, but yeah. So I missed out a part that I'm gonna put in another video. That is the PP Islands. So keep lookout, subscribe. First of all, subscribe. Yeah, put that notification bell on and look out for that video, because it will be the next upload. And that is the PP Island vlog, because that was a part of Phuket, but we took a boat from Phuket to the PP Islands. I'm gonna get into that in the other video, but this kind of sums up Phuket. And yeah, really enjoyed myself in Phuket. It was a vibe, very cheap, fun. Anything else to say about Phuket? People are very friendly. Thai people are generally respectful, and yeah, so I do recommend it. You definitely need a good time, a good length of time in Thailand to really enjoy it. Well, now that I'm going over it, we did kind of party a lot, but hey, holiday, Thailand, there's a big nightlife there. That's what we did. But stay tuned for the PP Island. Subscribe, don't forget, and I'm out.